In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
Hello and welcome to A Show Called Hate, a podcast in which we explore love, hate, and everything in between in search of greater meaning and perhaps a little perspective. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris. Have you noticed
How well behaved you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, yeah, I did notice. Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
But the thing is, when you're well behaved, nobody notices anything.
Yeah.
They just accept it as normal.
But
But when you shine a light on it, like this, for example, like this conversation.
For the last two, I've not done anything. Isn't that interesting?
I can't remember what you did last time.
Interesting. Yeah,
Isn't that
that's a
interesting
good word.
that I've not done anything?
You say that like it's super loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just pointing it out.
Isn't that
Just
interesting?
pointing it
but
out.
it's like you definitely want John to know.
Oh, it's like he's...
Oh, I'm keen for John to become aware of that. I would say.
I think what I'm learning is that... No, what the vibe this is creating is that you have done something.
It's a very hostile
It's like
energy to start the show with. Like,
yeah, it is.
I'm feeling like you've got a trap set.
No.
There's a whoopee cushion somewhere.
But this is exactly what someone who had a trap set would say.
Well, exactly.
I want to create a powerful sense of dread.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
no, you've achieved it.
And I feel like the journey's... I'm going to start off doubting you.
Yeah.
You're going to be very well behaved. At the end of an hour and 43 minutes, give or take.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, oh, I was wrong about you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to open the oven in the morning. There's a turd a turd on the grill.
I mean, you've guessed it almost to the letter.
Classic. When I think of Chris Ray, I often think
Turd in the oven.
The old turd in the oven.
The old turd in the oven
I
trick.
never see it coming.
Yeah.
No.
Every time.
Again. It's
got me again.
An old turd in the oven. Yeah.
So many times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, insane.
I mean, that one time you subverted it by putting a gallon of piss
I
in the
put an
microwave.
oven in a turd.
Well, like a little
turd.
like a little Fisher Price oven.
It was like that shit in Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah,
a mound
exactly. It's
of
like
human
that,
shit.
yeah,
You saved it up
exactly.
for weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, just days. Think about it.
A couple of hours. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So can we talk about? I mean, I suggested we talked about a thing before we went on air.
Yes, you did.
And Chris Ray in a mocking tone said, "Oh,
Yes.
how very topical! You're becoming so current."
Well,
of late."
again,
Yeah.
last time we spoke about something that was relatively topical.
Yeah, but that was funny. This is horrendous.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's for heat.
The heat.
The heat is very topical.
Yeah. Well, thankfully,
Well, it might not be on
Tropical.
Tuesday.
Oh, no, it's not what he said.
Yeah.
I misheard.
No, you misheard.
I apologise, Chris.
And that is why the turd will be in your oven.
Oh, no. It already is.
Yes, no, topical, yes.
It has
But by
been-
next Tuesday, when this is released, people will have forgotten about it.
People's memories are
We
short.
can only hope.
People don't remember things like that.
So we're recording this 2 days
After the spike.
after the end of a
Yeah.
record-breaking temperature in the UK.
Yeah. That was preceded by news people saying that
There was a lot of preamble.
people were going to die.
Yeah.
That's what was said. And for all I know, people did die.
Yeah,
Because
I
it was
don't know.
very hot.
It was very hot. It literally smelled like burning outside at one point.
Yeah.
I had the windows open, obviously.
And obviously,
And it just genuinely smelled of burning.
significant portions of London just caught fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was,
So that's cool. And all you have to do is...
It's not all bad news there.
Well, apparently all you have to do is leave a vase on a windowsill and that might start a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know, isn't it? Yeah.
Isn't that the glass thing? People saying don't leave glass out.
Don't leave glass. Don't
Like
leave glasses.
all the houses don't have glass.
The whole house is
outside.
It's like I live in a cube of
Yeah.
lenses.
So it turns out all those years of getting picked on for wearing glasses as a child, they were actually right to do
Yeah.
so.
Oh yeah.
You burn right through.
What are
yeah.
you doing? Our precious shrubland.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Imagine like this becomes a thing, which let's be honest is becoming increasingly likely.
Yeah, so
And we have to like reinvent the way we live.
yeah.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
We could try just dying, I think.
We'd have to find a replacement for glass. First
Transparent aluminium.
thing we'd do is that probably.
We don't have aircon in this country.
No.
And I think that's a very important thing to say early
It's
on.
become the key USP of every business
Yeah,
over the last couple
it
of
has.
weeks. We have
But
air conditioning.
What I want to stress is that other countries are hotter than the UK.
Yes.
Yes.
That's fine. I
Yeah.
accept that.
Yeah.
But those countries are set up for that heat. And
Yes.
we are so correctly pessimistic about how hot our country
Yeah.
gets. That we don't install stuff like AC.
No.
And our houses boil.
Yeah.
Like they are hot little boxes.
Isn't
Go on, sorry.
well, I was
You go
going
first.
to say,
I insist.
yeah,
because I'm being very polite.
thank you, because I remember like last summer
It's a trap.
there was a whole thing. Maybe it was Spain or
Yes.
Australia where they had to like invent a new color for the heat map
Oh, I see.
because
They had to go hotter than
it had gone
red.
it got hotter than 50, and they'd never used that color before, so they just
Yeah.
went for black because they were like, yeah.
But where do you
There's
go from there?
There's no going higher than that, though. Exactly.
No, I
White?
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't.
It's
I
so
guess
hot
you just
that
don't.
everything turns
Yeah.
white.
It becomes a color the human eye can't.
Yeah,
it's
can't
ultraviolet.
comprehend,
At that point,
yeah.
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 But the UK hit 40.3
Point something.
degrees
In Lincolnshire.
In Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire.
Is that
Yeah.
right? My old uni town. There we
Nice
go.
town.
Ah,
Lincoln.
so it's your fault.
City.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah.
It's your doing,
Nice
yeah.
city.
It's always a bit.
Yeah, well,
I
it was.
like it there. Yeah, it used
It
to be,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a scorch mark now.
The thing about this country, I think,
Tell us.
here's a sweeping generalisation for you, is that we're a bit shit. so every time it goes sort of 5 degrees either side of 18, we're
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
basically.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just can't handle anything.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I know, but like, you hit 23 degrees and the
Yeah.
UK starts complaining. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's good old-fashioned grumbling. That's fine.
We've perfected that.
It was 40.3 degrees.
Oh no, I accept
Yeah.
that, but that's
I mean, it's
that's a
hot.
more general comment.
That's
Yeah.
how hot it is in some places in the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
mean, like,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh, I don't doubt that was too hot. If I'm honest with you,
I'll tell you what.
all
was-
things considered.
I'll tell you what was really fun.
Oh,
Lucy and I just had a few days down in Cornwall, which is really the UK's Mediterranean at the best of times. And before we went, our air conditioning in our car has been dying slowly for
Lovely.
about 2 to 3 years.
Cool.
So it's like, we should go get that checked out.
Yeah.
So
That would have been good to have done before the weekend.
well, indeed. Well, no. Here's the thing: we did
Yeah.
before
Oh,
we
you
were
did.
going.
Very
yeah.
good.
So
I thought that story was going in a
the
different direction.
Friday.
A few minutes
well,
before.
Yeah.
well, we'll wait for the twists and
okay.
turns. So the Friday before we left,
Mm.
I took it to a Whole Foods.
Ooh.
Other, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't go to Whole Foods.
Well, that was my
Oh,
first
really?
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah, because I went to Whole Foods where they could do like a super cheap kind of aircon top up, and they were like,
Is that what they called it?
well, the dude was like, he said, "I'm just going to tell you right now."
Mm.
He said,
I drink a lot of aircon fluid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my judgment has been hampered.
35% air conditioning.
"What they don't tell you is it comes in like a long plastic tube, like a froob, and you just go like,
Squeak, and he was just doing it as he was talking to you. And he shook his hand, and it was cold.
Johnny sold you fresh air. That's what's happened here.
Well, he said, I've been doing this for 30 years or something like that. And
Yeah,
he
he's
said,
only 25.
and he said, and in all that time, he said, I've
things
never
I've seen.
Yeah.
the things I've seen, I've never met a car that I didn't want to. I've never met a car
Yeah.
that could just be fixed by topping it up. He said, generally they have a
Okay.
leak, you know.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's encouraging.
Yeah.
And then-
Right,
so he
okay.
looks at the car and then he walks away and he comes back with another employee and they look at the car and they were like, "You don't have a leak." I'm like,
That's good news.
I was like, "Hey, we're one of the
You're one of the few.
one first you've ever seen." He's
Uh-huh.
like, but he said, "But you're it's a bit weird." He said, "Your pressure is so low,
Right.
so low,
Yeah.
but if we put anything in,
Yeah.
it would be nothing. It'd be useless. It'd be money just down the drain. It wouldn't do
Imagine
anything."
that.
Sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
And he also said, "Whatever you do not turn the aircon on, or you will like destroy your engine and car and probably yourself." And I was like, "Oh
And
my
the
god!"
road around you.
I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, that's quite an extreme warning." Like,
Yeah.
I feel that should have come up in a manual at some point. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, it's really bad." I was like, "Cool."
I feel like this guy's trying to scare you.
So I called an actual mechanic,
Sure.
the guy who does our thing, and
Not the Judder man.
and
I don't want to oversell this, but if you turn on your air conditioning, you will die immediately.
so I took it to an actual mechanic,
A real human man.
where his
He's not drinking AC.
where his condition was upgraded to alive. Where he said, and he said, "I'll get you in as an emergency thing. We'll fix it and everything." So he had it for the afternoon. Go to see him,
Oh, yeah.
and it was already quite warm on Friday.
Sure. Yeah.
Went to pick it up, and he was like, he said, "Well, the problem is," he said, "you're it's really weird. Like, no, it's really, really." He said also you
Never
compress
seen a car like this.
your compressor's busted.
Sure.
Whatever. The machine that I imagine
Yeah.
pumps the thing is all busted. He's like, "Okay, cool." He said, So I've got to get you a replacement.
Right.
And it's going to cost you a bit. I was like, oh, great. So we're just going to have this holiday without any air conditioning. And I was like, oh, well, it wasn't great, but it did blow a bit of cold air.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can survive a few days with
Oh,
that.
sure.
And
he said, whatever you do.
and I was like, so
Do not drive this car to Cornwall.
I was like, is there any issue? Is there any issue with turning the aircon on? He's like, no, none whatsoever. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fun.
So now you're in a position of having to trust one of two people.
Yeah.
And I know who I'd side with, but still, it
a
is
funny-
a bit of a conundrum here.
In a funny kind of way, I don't trust either of them.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm getting at. Because you've got Halfords, right?
Yeah.
Who are just like spinning a yarn. You know, the Judder man's
Yeah.
there, mother birding AC fluid into your car.
So were you like, the gesture you made with your hand looked like it was a Dairyly Lunchable.
I'm pretty sure that's how they're fixed. John. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just picturing air conditioning aircon fluid looking like a kind of Clear-X hand gel, like it's just blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
comes
on the
out
one
like
hand,
a
we got-
corner pot.
We've got this guy. Comes out. He's wearing a black form-fitting outfit with icicles for hair going
Yeah.
vertically straight.
Oh,
up.
he's like
His
the
skin is
Jack
blue.
Frost from the Santa Claus sequels.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And he's holding a Dairyly Lunchable in one hand, and his mouth is just dribbling blue fluid.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, it's fucked. Don't turn it on. You'll die." I'm not going to trust that guy.
Yeah.
Right. And then on the other side of the coin,
Yeah.
we've got the mechanic. All right. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
greased up. You know, wearing like I don't know, like a shirt. Like he's not shirtless. He's like sleeveless
Yeah.
top. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's just like yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you trust out of those two?
I'm not sure I could ever trust anyone who would say it's probably fine.
Well,
in a
after being
professional
told,
capacity.
after being told you'll die if you
Yeah.
turn it on.
And again, just to paint the picture, and I'm not going to name this mechanic because I like him. He's a very funny guy.
Oh no, he is great.
But when I saw him,
Oh, is this the mechanic we all use?
yeah.
Same, yeah,
And I saw him. I said, how you doing? He said, oh, not great.
He's been really ill.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, not great.
He's been really ill.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, oh yeah. He said, your doctor keeps finding more things wrong with me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. He goes, oh yeah. So I've got gout. I've got
Yeah.
glaucoma.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think this guy should be working.
I've got a medieval disease.
I've got dropsy. You know.
Yeah.
It's mentioned in the page.
And I realised, and I said to him, oh well, at least you're still having fun. You said that. I know.
on this boiling hot day.
I just didn't know what to say.
Oh man.
I was just picturing when you said like this Jack Frost character. I'm like driving into this empty Whole Foods warehouse. So I was like, no one around. It's really dark. It was just in the background. This door opens and there's this figure, Jack Frost figure, but wearing like black overalls, eating a Dairyly Lunchable with blue liquid pouring out of his mouth. And I'm like,
I'm out the air conditioner.
I'm in the wrong place.
oh hey, I'm here about the aircon. And they just like, no. And he just like lifts off the ground and just kind of like floats towards me.
I like the idea that he lifts off the ground and he floats towards you and you check your mirrors just to see you've parked up right. And then you look back and he's not there.
Yeah.
And he's in the passenger seat. Yeah.
Hello. Can I help you with your AC?
I sensed your AC was in need of repair.
Let me just dribble a bit of fluid into your socket.
And then he coughs it out like Mother Bird.
Oh, well,
So is this?
to help
So do I like sell up now or?
Yeah.
Don't worry about money.
The satisfaction of bringing the aircon back to life is good enough for me.
Another door kicks open. And two Whole Foods guys go, you
again.
you again.
Oh
Get
no,
out.
they found me.
Scampers out the door.
They put a blanket around me. It's okay, sir. It's gonna
But then
be
they come
okay.
over and they're like, he has fixed the AC though. What a job.
He's very good. He's
very
He
good.
really,
Very
he really is very good, but he has no affiliation with Whole Foods whatsoever.
stress
Their issue is not that he's doing unlicensed aircon repairs in their name, except he doesn't charge.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue.
Yeah, they only interfere at that point. Yeah.
He wears a Halfords employee name badge as
Yeah.
well. It just says ice on it.
Just says, yeah. What would his name be?
Hal Ford.
He's the one who set Halfords up originally.
And my point is, I was
Yeah,
like,
what's your point?
where are we going with that?
my point is like, oh well, I'm not going to have icy cold air conditioning
No,
on my
yeah.
holiday down in Cornwall.
That's a shame.
During this record-breaking heat, but at least I have some air conditioning. Stepped into the car, turned the engine on, hot air.
The joke is fully on you.
Jet of hot air. I'm like, oh great, now it's warm. So
It It was, to be honest, even with a working fan, which we had,
Yeah.
it felt like just someone was holding a hairdryer next to me.
Yeah. So we drove down on a Saturday and it was quite warm, and we had or Friday or whatever, and it was like, God, I really wish we weren't on a motorway because then I could open a window, but no, I guess we'll just have a little bit of hot air. And then we also drove back on Tuesday in the record-breaking heat.
That does sound bad.
With just hot. It's honestly a nightmarish experience.
Yes.
I'll bet. Oh, well.
Whew.
We got through it. We're
Yeah.
all here to talk about it.
That's it.
Also, the old when we were leaving where
yeah.
we were staying down in Cornwall,
Sure.
turns out old what's his face, Prince Charles was arriving.
Wasn't he? What, the same house?
What are the chances?
No.
not at the same
odd
house.
thing to say. No, he was visiting that town because I guess he's also, in addition to being the Prince of Wales, he's the Duke of Cornwall.
He has many
How does he get to
positions.
be two things?
I think he's probably more than that.
More than two things.
More than two things.
I mean, save some things. For the
imagine
rest
a
of us.
world. Yeah, imagine save some titles for the plebs.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where's my title? That's what I want to know.
So did you see him?
No, we left at that exact point.
Probably wise.
When he knocked on the front door, you were out the back.
Well, then the
Using his pool.
the sky opened and we have this big downpour.
Did you?
Yeah,
We had
I don't remember rain.
we had a very
no. If Grandpa told you about rain in the before times.
we had like a very swift, warm shower.
Did we?
Very swift, yeah.
Oh no, you're right. We did
At like
actually.
5 o'clock.
Because I went outside and the ground was wet, and I was
Yeah.
surprised. And I thought the ground was sweaty.
Ground was sweating. Yeah.
Grant was crying.
I was crying
Well, the thing is,
constantly.
we had this downpour just as we were leaving, and we hit the motorway, and we were like, merciful rain. It's cold, and it was 22 degrees. And we're like, this is wonderful. And then it stopped raining, and then as we were driving north, within the span of like half an hour, it went from 22 to 37.
Yeah.
All that water evaporated.
I was like, oh no.
Happy days.
Sucked straight into your air intake.
it's awful. Oh god.
Ah,
Yeah,
Joe
it
Man
was,
right now.
it was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been hot.
It's been really bad.
It's been really hot.
Yeah.
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 It's all right. Now. It's all right in here at the moment.
Yeah.
For now.
It's
Well, I'm
ha-
sweating now.
I'm sweating, but like in a good way.
I don't think I have
sweating
any
because of-
sweat left to
No.
give.
No, true.
Everything feels cool compared to
What it was.
Tuesday.
It was like you jokes about like forgetting. You know, we'll all have forgotten.
We will forget.
But like you
Until
do.
next year when it happens again.
But it doesn't take that long. Literally, like it was.
No.
Like yesterday was quite warm.
This will be all we get.
Yeah.
Like, as I mean, people are saying like it's going to get worse over the years, obviously, and that's true, and it will last for longer as well.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that there's no energy left in the sun. You know, like this is it now. It's just going to get very cold now.
Because like Monday, I went out and walked the dog early. Sure. For obvious
Oh, that's
reasons.
wise, yeah.
And my God, I could feel the sun. And this was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I could feel it.
Yeah.
Like banging on the side of my face.
That was me.
Yeah. Like a hammer it was.
Well, we were comparing notes earlier about how we've respectively moved our various house beds
Yes.
down to the
Yeah,
lounge.
downstairs. Yeah.
Well, I walked in the house and I said, "There's a bed there,"
And he was right.
which I thought was very observant.
And well, none of us acknowledged it because we thought you were just using that kind of biting observational skills of yours.
But also, you say that every time you come around.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bed there. But sometimes there isn't a bed.
There's a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in the kitchen.
That's generally how you distract us
We-
while
no,
you go
we-
and coil off on the grill.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
There's a bed there. Everyone looks round, and I head to the oven.
You squitch one out.
Yeah.
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 We didn't move our bed.
Did you not?
Well, you're clearly built of sturdier stuff.
To be honest, I was so concerned about the dog that I didn't really worry about myself.
Ah.
Which is probably why I've had a headache since Tuesday.
Maybe. Have you been drinking anything?
I've had more water.
Yes.
Probably not enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just busy hosing the dog.
Ah,
So
yeah.
I was just like, yeah.
It was far too hot for beer. It was just clear spirits.
I didn't.
and,
I didn't drink at all.
Ice
I
cubes.
drank at the weekend, but not Monday, Tuesday.
No.
Didn't bother.
Tuesday after we got home because we were like drenched in sweat after getting out of that awful car.
Sure.
And then
The hot air.
and then I went around like kind of covering every window that didn't have a curtain. I was doing all these precautions to try and then I basically just sat on the sofa for
Yeah.
like a day.
Yeah.
And died. And then I was like, well, I have a beer in the fridge. I'm gonna have a beer, and then like I
the beer.
Warm in
I
seconds.
didn't enjoy it, and I was like, oh well, I'm already miserable, but at least now I'm slightly drunk and miserable. Guess I'll have another, you know. And then yeah.
What more is there to do than go deeper?
And the annoying thing is, I just feel like I lost a day, like a day of my life. I just
Yeah.
didn't achieve or do anything.
No.
It sucks.
I worked, but I didn't feel particularly productive.
No.
Well,
I'm sure I
worked,
probably was,
yeah.
but I don't really remember what I did.
I was working on those days, but I can't actually remember what I did on
I
those
definitely
days.
did do things because
I think I did.
things have happened subsequent to Monday, Tuesday that I must have set up on Monday and Tuesday.
clients aren't
and then
complaining.
done. Yeah,
But
exactly.
also,
If only because they're dead.
maybe they're dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, weird. I wasn't very motivated, I'll tell you that.
How hot was your amazing, genuinely beautiful conservatory, which is mostly glass?
Oh, it was horrifying.
Yeah.
To the extent that the bifolds have just been shut the entire time, which keeps the heat out incredibly. That's what they're
Good.
for. But honest, I had to pop out there, and it is like I was on the surface of the sun. Yeah, it was like a sauna in there. It was incredible. Because that would actually be hotter than the outside, and that was unbearable.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Insane. I stayed away from it.
It's a little scary.
It was
Like,
actually.
yeah.
Put washing out there to dry. Boy, did it dry.
Caught fire.
Boy, how, yeah. It was dry in minutes.
Yeah. Because I don't even know how warm or cold it's been today, but like,
It's been cooler today.
my
but-
brain, say it's been like 22 degrees or something here today, my brain cannot even process how it is 18 degrees cooler than it was 2 days ago.
I know.
Yeah,
That's not
I know.
it's weird.
that's not good. That's
Oh,
quite
it's
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
It's all
It's the
bad.
opposite of good.
It's all bad.
It's really quite bad.
It's all
Yeah.
bad news.
It's when they issued like a public health warning. They were like, Monday through Wednesday, we advise that nobody exercise, regardless of your physical ability or
Yeah, that's
fitness.
another thing, you
They were
see,
like,
because
yeah.
I didn't run the last park run because that was a really, really hot day.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I really want to catch up on my running because I haven't done much running lately. And then it's just been like this.
Yeah.
And so
Tricky.
I feel like, I feel like I've been lazy, but I haven't been lazy. I've been saving my life.
As we were heading home on the Tuesday, it peak temperature. It was horrendous. I saw someone jogging over the
Madness.
motorway, which is wild. Yeah.
I popped out for lunch on Tuesday, and I was in my shorts, baggy t-shirt, dripping with sweat. I see a guy. He's wearing long black trousers.
Madness.
He's wearing a shirt, and he's wearing a puffer jacket
Can I-
with a hood up, and he's trundling along. I'm quite happy.
That is-
Can I just say
madness.
then, my hate for this evening
Here we go. Lead in.
is not dressing for the weather.
There you go.
And by which I mean not necessarily me, because I'm
you've gotta dress for
I'm
the weather.
I'm just wearing like shorts and a t-shirt and dying.
Yes.
I mean,
Tell. Watching other people.
Yes,
I
yes.
feel hot watching other people. Like watching this
Yeah.
guy in a puffer jacket.
Yeah.
Oh
That is-
my God.
That is madness.
It was like, I couldn't decide when I was watching him whether he can get so hot it goes round the other way,
Yeah.
and like he's cool in some way because obviously puffer jackets are good because they insulate, right?
yeah.
So is he somehow keeping the heat out with it? Is it actually
surely
like
not.
is it actually a hack? Is he a genius? Because the alternative
No.
is that he's dead now.
Yeah.
He's dead.
We can only hope that his nerve endings
I feel like people do
just
that
fried. They
to
just,
like
yeah.
prove a point though. They're like, hey everyone, look at you while you're in your shorts and your t-shirt surviving.
Yeah.
Look
Look
at
at
me.
me, I'm
Look what I can
hardcore,
handle.
but I'll be dead in like an hour's,
Maybe less.
maybe less.
Well, we
But they want people to look at them and think
Maybe they
that
do.
guy's mad.
Well,
It's like people wear shorts in winter. Same deal.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, actually,
Yes,
you do make
They
a good
want
point.
they want
because
people to acknowledge them.
I see people in flip flops in ice
Nutters.
ice winter.
You see, I want to laugh at those people, but right now, I want to be them.
I know.
Like, I want to be cold.
I want
Imagine-
to be in winter.
I would love to be cold.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Like,
Imagine
I-
being cold.
I-
right
I
now.
miss wearing jumpers.
Yeah.
I like wearing a jumper.
I like a layer
I
because
love wearing a jumper.
it's more things to wear,
No.
more things to add a bit of identity to yourself.
It just kind of proves like how bad we are as humans
Hmm.
at actually having any sense of time or appreciating that things can change. Because it's like Tuesday, I was honestly bargaining. I was saying like, if it were winter tomorrow forever, I would be so
Oh my
happy.
God.
I
Here's
would,
the thing, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I will say in direct like response to that. I will, even when it's cold, I will still say I prefer cold to heat.
I would always pick cold because you can put layers on.
Exactly.
You could never.
There's,
if you,
there's
you could
no
be
way of escaping this.
naked and still be too hot. Then what do you do?
Well, yeah, then you're making a disgrace of yourself.
Yeah.
And you're hot.
Yeah, and
It's-
the police,
it's a
and the
double
police
whammy.
said I couldn't do that.
Multiple times.
And you can't go anywhere from there. Whereas if I'm cold, I could put many layers on.
Indeed.
Thinking about like dressing for the heat and all that.
Mm.
Obviously the terrible fires in London, very devastating for everyone involved.
Yes.
But I also felt very sorry for the firefighters.
Oh God, yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God, I know they are literally used to dealing with temperatures in excess of
hot.
several hundred degrees. But if like on Tuesday I'd been a firefighter and I got the message like, oh guys, I'm just going to do this one in my boxers. I'll be honest with you, the fire might actually be colder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
genuinely.
fuck that as a job.
Can you imagine?
Like,
Oh my
especially at the
God.
moment.
I always think the
But
same as
generally-
well when you're buzzing down the motorway with your AC on full blast. Oh, it's so cool in the car.
All right,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, lovely. Oh, yeah, what a treat.
I do enjoy it.
And then you look over and you see a motorcyclist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they're full leathers,
Yeah,
helmet, and bombing down the and it's like 40 degrees outside.
yeah,
How are they doing?
yeah.
How are they doing? I wonder.
I would imagine in that bad.
I would
Yeah.
imagine so. And the only thing I can think is that the air's moving past them. So does it move the heat away
But
from
then,
them?
yeah, but then it's the whole hairdryer argument.
Maybe.
Maybe you just feel like you're driving through a hairdryer.
Hairdryer. In 2016, in the before times, when we didn't even know what heat waves were,
Sure.
there was a heat wave in Manchester, and Lucy and I were at
It reached 24.
yeah, it was nearly 17 degrees. But Lucy and I went to MCM Manchester. It was a very warm summer, and I vividly remember seeing a guy walk past our table dressed as a Tim Burton Batman.
Oh, no.
So essentially wearing like a one-piece rubber suit.
Jesus.
And the only bit of his face you could see, like the only bit of skin you could see was the nose and the chin. And just like...
But he
Like-
either there's two scenarios there,
Yeah.
which is what has led him to do that. Which is A, it was his only costume,
Sure.
and I feel bad for him. Or B, he just thought I'm going to put this on, and that will people
well, he
will
wanted
admire
it.
me.
But he planned it a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah,
Before he knew it would be a heat wave.
And it was honestly like if there were 2 taps running. Because
Right.
like just the amount of liquid, like
Gross.
just
What, pouring past his cheeks?
streaming
yeah.
down his cheeks.
I mean, what I would have done in his position
Yeah.
is I would have made them into shorts and t-shirt. So
Yeah.
it'd be the same outfit.
I would have
but I'd
made-
cut the sleeves off
Yeah.
of the Batman outfit, cut the trousers off of the little shorts.
I think people would have enjoyed that more.
Yeah.
Summer
Summer
Batman.
I would have
Batman.
been
Yeah.
like, that's clever.
Yes,
That guy.
It's ruined a £1,000 suit
Yeah.
I bought, but
I'm trying to think what movie it was. But I remember hearing some story years ago about there was some classic movie where it required The Evil Dead.
oh yeah,
That was it, yeah.
Oh.
And one of the characters in it was wearing like this big latex kind of monster
yeah.
monster woman costume, like this
Sure.
big like hag. And apparently like because
A big hag.
because it was this big like one piece like latex thing.
Mm.
One Piece hag,
It would basically just like fill with sweat and like latex dust, and apparently and like
cement.
yeah, but it was literally like you just climb out of it after like a couple of hours of filming, and it would just be full of white liquid and just like
Nice.
pour it out. It said it was horrendous.
Isn't a good
That is
image.
disgusting.
No, it was-
so
no.
what percentage of suit to like body do we think that is? Like that liquid.
of that liquid.
So how much sweat is it, and how much is it just latex melting?
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see. I think the latex just gave it the colour. I think it's mostly
and the
sweat,
flavour.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
Although
I'd pay a lot for that.
the body imbues a bit of flavour as well, I think.
Well, we the soupy man,
Soupy Batman.
the soupy Batman. That's kind of like just kind of contributing.
Let's call him that.
Soupy Batman.
Soupy Batman.
So this hate of yours, has
Yeah.
this been triggered by a specific site?
Yes, well, it's been triggered by 2 specifically hot events that
Oh.
happened in the last like kind of 9
Hot
days. So
some sweet events.
we went to the Tewkesbury Medieval
Oh, yeah.
Fair.
Oh, I was there for that bit.
You were there for that one, yes. Where,
I feel like I know roughly where this is going. Because of medieval and that.
well, you'd think, wouldn't you? Yeah.
yeah.
would-
But
So-
I'm willing to listen to the story.
So because we
I'm
live
very
in
polite.
Narnia, once a year, we have this kind of festival. It's like a Renaissance fair to our American listeners.
Americans weirdly are actually better at it than we are.
Yes, I think
And it's-
they are,
And it's
you
our
know.
history.
Yeah, but they reenact the Battle of Tewkesbury.
Yeah, at least ours has some historical
Yeah.
relevance.
Yeah. And this was like merely a hot day.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
this
it
wasn't
wasn't-
heat wave.
No.
This was a hot day. It wasn't. Oh my god!
It wasn't the world's on
dying.
fire kind
I
of
welcome the sweet embrace of death kind of day.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel sorry for the people dressed as knights because that's their job. They signed up for that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I didn't even feel sorry for these people. I was more horrified to discover that while we were wearing t-shirts and shorts and whatever, and it was very warm,
day. Sure.
there were people who had just turned up wearing either like just their regular shit. So we're talking
Yeah.
jeans, hoodies, hats,
Yeah.
big woolly hats, and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a woolly hat there. Wild.
People are mad, aren't they?
Or a lot of goths.
A lot of
Oh,
goth.
yeah.
A lot of
Now,
people
I
wearing black.
You've got to be really committed to being a goth, and good on you.
Yeah.
But to keep going in that,
Yeah.
I mean,
This is the thing, because I was looking at the goths and I was like, it's hard to be a goth right now
Mm.
because a goth inherently doesn't really expose much skin.
No.
That's
No.
not really part.
No,
the,
it's
the
not.
summer side of things doesn't really gel with the goth aesthetic.
you don't see goths
Yeah.
with tans very often.
No,
No.
and they wear layers because the
Yeah.
aspects of their fashion is layered, and so it's like, okay, you could just not come outside though.
Yeah.
If you're gonna adhere to this lifestyle, fair enough.
Mm.
But you'll die.
Yeah.
I don't want you to die.
Yes. Yeah, please
Don't die.
Yeah.
But then I guess they wanted to go to the medieval fair and see all
Why
the,
wouldn't you?
see all
Yeah,
the cool shit.
I'm just saying, like, you talked about kind of customizing Batman to be like a summer Batman.
Summer
is
goth.
there not like
Summer
is there
goth,
not
yeah.
a summer goth out aesthetic that we could
I
be,
feel that there is a way to achieve that. Yeah.
yeah.
Black jorts.
Black jorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely,
Black jorts would be a really good name for a band, actually.
yeah.
We are black jorts!
I'm just thinking how that might look without being deeply offensive.
Yeah.
Well, another option is you don't wear any clothes. You just wear loads of belts.
Yeah.
So you just wrap belts because it's leather and it's buckled.
Well,
so it all
I
looks
think,
a
we,
bit
I think we've
gothy.
nailed the not being offensive part.
There we go.
Well, they have to be
the belt.
they'd have to be like white, surely, wouldn't they? To, like reflect a bit of or metallic.
That's not going to
you know.
happen. They're going to have
No.
to be black belts, I'm afraid, because they're goths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's going to be so many
They'll
gaps.
laugh you out of there, John. If you suggest a white belt, they'll laugh you
But
out
no,
of there.
no, listen. I'll give you
Naturally.
something. I'll give you something. They'll have metal studs on them.
That's true.
Those will reflect light.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Tiny pockets of light.
Yeah, and no
Or become hot to the touch.
yes, yes, and no no
Oh, good God.
yes,
In a
and,
belt.
It just looks like bullets all over you.
yes, because no metallic car has ever become hot
No,
on a
exactly.
summer's day.
No.
Yeah.
So little reflective prisms of light all over these belts. They
Yeah.
just wrap belts all around the legs, torso, and arms. There you go.
I think we've solved it.
Belts.
Perfect.
You'd
was
end up
good.
looking like, this is a joke maybe only John will get, but Voldo from Soul Calibur.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
did get that.
there you go. Enjoy that one.
Chris Ray, in pure confidence, I didn't get that joke.
I don't.
Yeah, the listeners will love it.
Oh, okay.
They'll really like
Well,
it.
that's
Because
what I'm here for.
I merely substituted the word Voldo for Ronaldo in my head.
Okay.
Because that's how I understand things
Yeah.
through the medium of football.
Wait,
Okay.
so you know Ronaldo better than you know Voldo? I'm just saying that's a betrayal. I'm saying that's a betrayal.
By you, not by me.
You've betrayed me.
Nick
Oh.
wouldn't expect me to know who Volvo is.
Well, okay.
Volvo.
The car is a car.
Yeah.
To cut the car.
Anyway, belts.
Belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Belts
solution.
Belts is
Yeah.
the solution.
And the other second incident was that Lucy and I cycled while we were down in Cornwall.
Oh.
We rented a bicycle.
Yeah.
Tandem.
No, 'cause I was
Oh,
like,
that
I was
would've
like,
been good.
okay, well, no, like
Set the scene.
Lucy by her own admission was like, I've not really cycled on anything in like
Mm.
20 years.
Yeah. I haven't cycled in a long
And I was
time.
like, I cycle a lot.
But it's just like riding a bicycle.
Yes.
That's the expression.
And that's what I said.
Yes.
And I was like,
And then she hit me.
and I was like,
With a bike.
and I was like, we should do a tandem because then it's like
Yeah,
we
that
could
would've
do
been
something
fun.
together as a couple. And Lucy was like, we're not doing a tandem.
It's either better because you know how to ride a bike and she's less confident with her bike, or it's much worse because I think you're more likely to fall off a
Yeah,
tandem.
I'm saying this flippantly, like I've ridden a tandem before, which
I've never
I
ridden a
never
tandem.
have.
I've ridden a tandem.
Have you?
I have, yes.
Was the other person on the tandem with you good at riding bikes?
Yes, I think they could use their limbs. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Did you fall off at all?
No,
Okay.
There you go.
no.
If it was me,
Okay.
we'd have fallen off.
You do own a unicycle.
Yes, I haven't perfected, shall we say, that yet?
Sure.
Yeah.
Or started.
I've started.
Oh, you started.
Not in this heat.
Have you gotten?
I've done like a cycle would be bold, but I've done like a rock that lasted for more than like a second.
Oh, nice.
So
It's impressive.
that felt like a breakthrough.
Sure.
But then I haven't done it a lot since then, so I've probably lost that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, my long story is we cycled from a place called Wadebridge
Oh,
to a place called Padstow.
I know Padstow.
And Padstow,
Mm.
my geography is not amazing, but I discovered that Padstow is directly opposite from where we went on my
Yeah.
stag
Ah, yes.
all those years ago.
I
You
did
can
know
see
that.
it across the water.
Oh, nice.
And Padstow is very like it's very touristy, for lack
Yes.
of a better word.
Yeah.
Lots of people come there, and a lot of people who weren't really dressed for the heat.
Ah,
I
you
would
go.
say. So I felt a degree of sorrow for them.
Mhm.
Also, kind of like morbid morbidly impressed
Yeah.
as well. I was like, how are you doing that?
Maybe this is
Yeah.
what they want, like Chris says. Maybe this is what they want.
I
They
feel
wanna
like,
impress you.
I feel like they want to look hardcore.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, some of them definitely.
Expense, though, like
Yeah, some of them do.
hell of a thing.
Maybe not all of them. If there were that
Yeah.
many people
I
doing
mean, like
it.
jeans.
Yeah.
I mean, like jeans are
But people, it's like people who
offensive
like
in
want
that
to
way,
look hard in front of their friends. Like,
As they
I don't
drip.
need shorts.
as they melt.
Yeah,
in
but,
the sun.
but one
I'm
can only
fine.
imagine how soupy those trousers
Oh,
are.
it barely warrants thinking about. But to prove a point, it's worth it.
But yeah, that's what. But in short, that's what I've been absolutely horrified by. Is
Fair enough.
just
Yeah, I don't like it.
trousers not good.
It
I
freaks
don't
me
like
out
it.
actually. A bit.
Watching it makes me feel hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Not
feel
in a
kind of
sexy
kind
way.
of ill.
Yes.
Actually,
We look
yeah.
out the window and I see people walking past, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
The
And
puffer
then-
jacket
and then,
made,
yeah.
made me sick.
That's craziness.
Sick.
That's yeah, it's horrific.
It's obscene.
Yeah. Anyway, that's mine. That's all I've
Yeah.
got to say.
It's good. Well,
Wonderful.
I've got a hate.
Why don't you?
Thank you.
Okay, so mine isn't related to the heat anyway.
Oh,
Although I suppose you could say that I've been inside a lot.
I suppose we should technically talk about something else. I suppose.
Yeah.
I
we don't want
apologise.
to. We don't want to get boring.
I've made this a very hot conversation.
Hey!
Please continue.
Okay. Mine's to do with TikTok again.
Oh,
I'm our TikTok
social media platform.
guy. I go into TikTok and
Yeah.
I bring out hates for us all.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to see them.
No, I'm on TikTok now.
Are you?
I don't use it.
But you scroll it.
Not really.
Oh.
No.
So
My
Actually, I'm glad you don't.
I'm in the.
'Cause that's my thing.
I know. I'm in digital marketing
Yeah.
technically.
But you don't make TikToks though?
No.
No.
No, I'm far too old for that. But I do look at what we are putting out,
Okay.
which I feel is part of my
Remit.
remit.
yes, of course, yeah. That's one extra view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what.
Which takes it up
exactly.
to 1.
No, many views.
Oh,
many
I
many
touched
views.
a nerve.
There are many
That's what I
views
was
on the
hoping.
account.
I'm not going to rise to that because I'm no longer working
You
for a
don't work.
rival
No,
of yours.
that
yeah.
rivalry is over now, which
Yeah,
is a
it's
shame.
dead.
Is that
anyways.
sad to you? Because like I used to enjoy your uni rivalry
Yeah.
between the two of
No,
you
not really.
until it went to blood.
But that is all I look at on TikTok, if I'm honest with you.
Well, I go on TikTok.
Yes, you go on
and,
TikTok.
And generally, I get a pretty curated view that doesn't
Sure.
show me much of the weird and probably the greater amount of what there is mostly out there, like dances and teens and
Sure.
lyrics. What's it called? Mouthing lyrics along with
A
lip
waste
syncing.
of everyone's time.
That's
yeah.
it. Yes, that's what it's called. But one of the things that's a big like ASMR as well. That's another one.
Oh yeah, the last refuge of the talentless.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were
yeah.
on TikTok the other day.
I was. I make talks. I
Yeah.
talk from time to time.
I went on TikTok and I saw Nick's face, but I didn't watch
But
it.
there's nothing interesting about my TikToks because I'm just talking
I
about
felt
things
like it
that
was
I
you
make.
talking
I
about
eat.
Colossal, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, and
it was
eating detergent.
I just always have a Tide Pod in my mouth,
He just like
but it's not a thing.
No, sure, yeah.
Well, actually, it's not a Tide Pod because we don't have those. It's just a Persil.
Yeah.
he just go.
And your handle is the Typod guy.
He just like. Hey, anyway, so this has been Colossal, and it's been nominated for 6 awards at the Emmys. Anyway, now watch me eat this packet of Bold.
Yeah.
just like so.
I have a little dishwasher tab just
Yeah.
resting in my mouth.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Hey everyone, Nick Angel here. I'm just here to talk about Colossal. Oh no, I bit it.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be incredible
Oh no!
if you did that, but you never referenced it, and you just did your
Completely
normal
po-faced.
deadpan stuff?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's not that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There is a trend where people make a video where they pretend
I already
as
hate this.
if they are one side of a conversation.
Oh.
Right, and then they leave gaps.
Oh,
but the
no.
worst thing is that they do it as though they're pretending to be like your boyfriend or something.
Oh, no.
So the idea is, I think, that they're like, I'll create a video that you can feel like you've got a companion.
No.
Right, so they go.
Oh.
So it starts, and you just see an empty table, but there's a place set for dinner, and then they step into the frame, and they're like, "Hey, how was your day?
No.
Do you want to talk to me about it?" And then they sit back in their chair and they listen to nothing because, of course, they're acting, right? So they just sit there and they leave like 20 seconds of silence and they just nod. Oh. And then they'll wait a second and then they'll go, "And how do you feel about that?" And they'll talk like this. "And how do you feel about that?" And then they'll kick back again, sit in their chair, and then they'll nod. And it'll be a 3-minute video of this, and they'll do nothing, and they'll add nothing, and they'll say nothing, because the idea is, because on TikTok you can stitch, right? So you can react to a video.
Oh, I have seen things of that, and then people use it. People have used that creatively in that they put extra limbs on and stuff like that.
So I've seen comedians react to these and take the piss, which is quite funny, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll infill those gaps with. So I saw one, and a guy sits down. He's like, "I'm going to eat all of this tub of hummus, but you tell me about your day, right?" And he starts dipping crisps in, but the comedian is reacting to it and just starts scooping hummus with his hands into his mouth, and just smearing it all over his face. And then at one point, the guy making the original TikTok just goes, "Oh, and how do you feel about that?" And the comedian goes, "I'm just annoyed with everyone who take the piss out of how I eat hummus." And it's just covered in hummus. And it's like, that's quite funny.
Yeah.
But the problem, that doesn't take away from the problem, which is that these videos exist for serious reasons, that people put these things out in the world. And it is the cringiest thing you've ever seen. And I can't help, because when you see a stitch, right, you can then click on the original video from the stitch and go see it unstitched, right? So I only saw it with a comedian taking the piss out of it. But I can't help but press the button, right? So I hit the button and then I sit and I watch this 3-minute video of this man staring into the camera in silence, nodding at nothing. And I'm saying nothing to the screen, of course, because I'm a human. And I can't look away. I can't look away.
You got to think about what's led you to, like, if you're interacting with this in a serious way.
Yes.
You've got to think about what has led you to do that.
I know. Where are you?
Yeah.
I don't,
because while there is statistically,
surely you can, like, even if you don't know someone, just phone someone up. Go on a chat room.
But
that's what we used to do in the 90s.
but like,
while on Yahoo chat or something.
There must be some people who are going, "Oh, thank God, someone to talk to." Somebody's using this legitimately. The problem is that 99.9% of people are not. They're either.
I hope the statistics are that way around.
Yeah.
I hope they are.
I out of all the people who are going, "Oh, this is funny," "Oh, I genuinely need this." Oh yeah, I quite need this.
How cute.
How cute. Yeah, cute. Hate all those people. The person I hate the most is the person who made the video.
Of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
for
it
sure.
is such.
They are the criminal here.
It is such trash. I do not have words for it. Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like, they don't have to do anything. This is the wild thing, is that they think they're putting content out into the world. And sure, it's a thing. It exists, I guess. Someone made it, right? But the very thing that they've made is the absence of content, because they've left all the gaps that you fill. They ask, "How was your day?" But they don't say anything about their day, because, of course, that wouldn't really gel with the conversation you're theoretically having with them. So they have to be vague. They have to be blank.
Yeah.
It's like psychics.
Yeah. Give me just enough. Yeah.
Just enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The thing is, it's simultaneously like really cynical and also really lazy. It's actually like the two lines have crossed perfectly to go like, what is the minimum amount of effort I need to put in to make a product that will earn me?
And also, they can
right
hide
amount of
behind the
likes.
fact that they're going to say, "Oh, it's good for people's well-being."
Helping
Somebody's
people.
going to do that.
Oh,
you're
well,
right
I'm
to
doing
say-
this because it's good for well-being.
You're right to say it's cynical, though, because they're exploiting people who maybe do need human connection.
Yeah.
This won't help. This isn't real.
It's like the
human
opposite of
connection.
human
Yeah,
connection.
exactly.
Yeah.
If anything, if they got addicted to reacting to these, then they're probably
Yeah.
going to be set back.
It was like a few episodes ago, you talked about that weird TikTok trend where a girl was like filling her toilet with sweets and then eating it. This is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like it's no more.
Well, it's actually worse, because at least the toilet sweet thing I would watch.
I
That's
mean,
funny, isn't it? That's kind of funny.
It's just good, honest fun.
at the very,
Yeah.
she made.
She's at least doing something.
There is a subject to what she's. I mean, it's awful. It's so bad.
I mean, it could be.
I didn't listen to this episode. So
I don't think you were on
I
it.
wasn't.
Were
here.
you not? No, I think you were.
No,
No, I don't think
remember
you were,
this.
'cause I
I feel like
talking-
I'd remember this.
I think you were there, John.
Oh,
I'm looking and pointing at Sergio.
pointing
Yeah.
at me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a TikTok trend. Well, it wasn't really a trend. It was a one girl, basically.
Right.
I think it became a trend off the back of her, where she would make food in toilets.
Oh, that's awful.
And
Obviously.
then she'd fill the cistern with like stuff, and then she'd flush it, and the food would all mix up, and then she'd eat out of the toilet.
I'd put Smash in there.
Yeah, well, she does a savoury one.
Flush, though.
No, that's the joke.
You
That's
put
why
gravy
that's-
in the cistern.
Oh, we did that at uni. We did that.
Did you?
Yeah. So
is
at
brilliant.
one time in the first year, we put 8 tubs of different flavoured Bisto in someone's toilet cistern, and it was flushing gravy for like a month. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You would think if you sat down the toilet, you did a big old shit,
Yeah.
right, and then you flushed the loo and you looked down,
Yeah.
and you saw a brown spiraling cyclone.
But imagine it smelled delicious though.
oh man, the
I feel
confliction.
like I'm
Yeah.
thinking I have some kind of liver disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Or I'd start telling everyone, guys, my shit smell like Bisto.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of protein in
Bisto
mine.
best.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a good one.
people
We
used to talk
enjoyed
about putting like in the days where you could unscrew a shower head. People
Yeah.
talk about putting an OXO cube in
Oh,
the shower
yes,
head.
yes, I've heard
That's a
that
good
one.
one.
That's
Yeah,
quite funny.
That's a good
yeah.
one.
That's funny.
But the thing is,
That's fun.
Oh well, I'm sorry I missed that original conversation because I could have brought something to the party.
Yeah, well, you've done it.
I've done it
so-
now. That's better late than never.
But what you're describing, Nick, is there's a pattern of behaviour here where a talentless sociopath
Oh, yeah,
in their
sociopath.
early 20s is like, I want to be popular. I need to find the thing that no one else is doing. So this girl's like, well, I can't do the dances. Everyone's doing dances, whatever. So I'm going to fill my toilet with Haribo and Schweppes, you know, and then I'm gonna film me eating it, but the camera's gonna cut right before I do it.
Which, of course, it does.
Funny that.
And I would almost guarantee that people have now copied that
I would guarantee that.
because it's like morbid fascination and arousal and confusion.
What? Hang on.
Some people,
Arousal?
A toilet's involved.
Somebody,
That to me sounds like just a funny video. I mean, I'm comparing it to the video of someone sitting down doing nothing. You know,
well, yeah,
which
no,
is your
fair.
original point. I'm comparing it to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
there
funny
are-
in that respect.
There are soft fetish elements
yeah.
here, I think.
Think about who watches anything on the internet and why.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere is going like, I didn't know I was aroused by a toilet. Full
However,
Now I am.
by a toilet full of sweet and sour cherries, and yet now,
yeah, sure.
yeah. But
Now I have a new thing.
yeah, so I bet one person
On top of the rest of it.
one person, patient zero, was like, I'm going to be the perfect partner, and I'm going to go, oh, that's so funny. Tell me more about your day.
Oh.
And then now there's 101 people, the same ASMR people, just copying it because
Here's the
it's
thing:
easy.
almost all of them are traditionally beautiful people.
Sure.
Some of them are maybe like more homely sort of beautiful, you know. So they're not like supermodel TikTok star beautiful.
like Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah, no, that's a brilliant example. That's so good. It's like a sort of he's like a slightly tubby chap, but he's got a lovely, friendly face, and he's
Homely beautiful.
homely beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, my love. I didn't see you come in. I've just been outside fixing the hen cage.
I've been outside planting me marrows.
Potatoes.
Oh, they'll be good to go in a month or two.
Oh, how was your fast-paced job in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
God.
so lovely to see you, love. Now let me chuck into my liver and onions.
Now I'm just gonna debone this pheasant. Tell me about the merger.
Imagine like he goes quiet for 2 minutes and it's just you can just hear bones crunching in the background. Oh, that'll get it right. Oh, and how did that make you feel?
Oh, tell me more about that. Tell me more about that aggressive takeover bid by your rival company. I'm just gonna debone this spatchcock. Bang.
Just gonna tenderize this.
Just gonna tenderize the meat.
Oh, no, excuse me while I throttle this pheasant.
Oh, it's still alive. Okay.
Oh dear. Again, I would enjoy that.
Yeah, that'd be well.
Yeah, I
good.
think you'd be quite good at it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Was like back in Victorian times, or like poor old times.
TikTok.
Poor old time.
When they used to
People would have,
TikTok.
you'd always
Victorian times.
hear about people having like communal toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd just be like a big everyone shits at the same time.
Well, the Romans were famous for this, apparently.
Right,
They
yeah.
had communal toilets because when you're shitting or pissing or whatever, apparently you're very relaxed.
Yeah.
And your mind is in a position of quite creative, imaginative thinking. The Romans apparently said. So some of the biggest innovations that the Roman Empire created were started on the toilet. Like a load of guys sat around shitting.
like cubicle doors.
Yeah, like
That's why the empire fell.
Guys, I just had a fucking brilliant idea.
Well, I didn't hear it over Craig's movement over there.
Yeah, I was just thinking you could do a similar one, which is like if you need company when you're shitting. It could be a little like POV shot of someone like putting down a pan.
Where does it end?
Well, here's an honest truth for you, is that I consume most of my TikToks on the toilet when I'm having a poo.
Oh, sure.
That's a chance for a quick scroll.
But you're not filming yourself doing it.
No, not always.
Not always, no. And none of them have made it live yet.
It's more of an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
They're in my drafts, should we
Sure,
say?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, I was telling Ali about this hate before I came here today, and she said that back in the day there used to be DVDs you could buy of this exact thing. So it was like beautiful boyfriend or beautiful girlfriend.
The instant adoring boyfriend.
Yeah.
I've heard of this one. Yeah.
And this would be a DVD of hours of footage of them doing different things. So having a meal with you, like they're sat on the sofa next to you, like they're in bed next to you, like they're watching TV with you,
Jesus
that sort of thing.
Christ.
And you could pick a different one. But the thing is, and this is going to be radical, but that actually makes more sense.
Yes.
It still makes no sense, right? But at least it's in the privacy of your own home, and you've got it because for whatever reason you think you need it. I'd argue you don't need it, and that there's maybe other ways to get that, but
Yes.
some people maybe think they do. So fine. TikTok though, how else do you use a TikTok other than being public with it?
Yeah.
The thing is, I suppose the difference between them is someone's made a DVD, probably in the aim of making a small profit,
Yes.
but also maybe helping people.
Yeah, okay.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And they're only ever going to make a certain amount from it. The TikTokers could make an infinite amount from this because it's a trend.
Indeed,
there you
absolutely,
go.
and it's an exploitative, cynical move that's very, very inherently lazy.
So do you think one of these people who's made some of these videos, they probably have like a whole catalogue where it's like your
Oh my god!
it's like your partner talking to you after a difficult day, or
Oh
like
no!
your partner talking to you on your birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh! I'm gonna go on one of these accounts now. I'm gonna have to check that because that's the one thing I haven't done. Is
There's
followed
probably
the
variations
rabbit
on the theme, isn't there? I would say.
Because what's the optimum kind of
Like
rate?
a first date kind of one.
Yeah.
First date's a good
First
one.
date.
Yeah.
But also, I think the ones I've seen the most of, and I've only seen a handful of them, are dinner after a day of work sort of thing. How was your day? Is how
Yeah.
they start.
Oh yeah, a bit gassy actually. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, let me hang on. Yeah, that's
Oh.
better. That's much better.
And how do you feel about that?
Yeah. Gassy, actually, yeah.
Yeah, less gassy now.
Oh yeah, those prawns. I mean,
They were 2 days out.
I knew I shouldn't have ordered oysters. I live 120 miles inland.
Oh, I've got to go.
The food miles on those oysters.
Yeah, it's kind of awful.
Yeah.
Like everything about it is.
I hate it.
It's just bad.
I hate
Yeah.
it. I hate it.
I have a hate.
Here we
Good.
go.
Would you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
I'd love to.
Okay, dead things in strange situations, unnatural situations, peculiar situations.
Okay.
So, this is sort of two-pronged, if you like. The first one is taxidermy.
Oh.
Okay.
And generally, I hate taxidermy because
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
find it an incredible invasion of an animal, and no one's ever done it well. Like, you look at taxidermy, and you
Even
think,
good taxidermy.
like the top-level taxidermists, you still think, that looks shit.
That's a bit boz-eyed.
That doesn't look like the animal that used to be alive, does it?
That's
At all.
very true, actually.
I've
Yeah.
never seen it done well.
That fox looks like a dog.
Yeah, but it happened. I saw it. There was a show. There was a pet. There was a pet show on ITV a couple of years ago. It was Dermot O'Leary.
Oh, really?
And this woman comes on and goes, "Yeah, I just miss my cat so much." And Dermot's like, "I'm so sorry for your loss of your cat." She's, but what we're going to do for you is we're going to have
No.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to have your cat
No.
at your request,
No.
Vivian, stuffed.
It's Vivian. Yeah,
No.
it's definitely Vivian.
An expert taxidermist
No.
on ITV's dime
Who
is gonna
would find that comforting?
sort this out for you. And
Nobody.
Vivian
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, that's incredible. I just missed my cat so much, so it'll just feel like having my best friend
it's
back."
horrendous. No.
The thing is, did it even look like how
Well-
it looked when it was alive?
Here's the thing. So, and then this is readily available online for anyone who wants to look it up.
Oh my god.
So Dermot, so she goes away, and you get a bit that's later in the show. Obviously, you get a bit of backstory, and it comes back. She's like, "Okay, Vivian. So what's
Under a sheet.
what is in a box?"
Fuck.
So you got Vivian. This is little Snuffles obviously perished in a horrible volcano accident. But we have brought her back because you value the company so much, and you need Snuffles in your life. So bring on Brian the taxidermist. So Brian waddles on. And you go, "Vivian, I've spent hours just bringing your dear
I've been
cat
hours wrist deep in the guts of your beloved Snuffles.
back to life." And when it's revealed, it looks like he's been wrist deep in that cat. It looks so surprised. It doesn't look alive in any way, shape, or form.
Oh my god.
You know those Twitter threads that are like TV moments of the year?
Yeah.
And it's a big thread, and it's in that. It was so bad.
Does she react badly to it?
No, she was delighted, or she at least
Really?
pretended to be.
For the cameras.
Yeah,
Fuck.
like it's just like having Snuffles back in real life, but
It's not though.
this cat did not look good at all.
I just.
I can't even begin.
Just the worst.
like we're all pet owners.
Yeah.
Like in the incredibly traumatic moment of losing a
It'd be
pet.
awful. Imagine that. Just imagine your pet coming back but not quite looking right.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse.
Yeah.
Is there?
But even if they look perfect, I'd be like, I don't want to see my beloved Snuffles.
That's
like
what I mean.
A statue, kind of like.
That's what I mean. A dead thing in a weird situation, like upright, standing as it used to when it was alive.
Because that's a corpse.
It's a corpse.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
The thing I can't get past when I look at a taxidermied animal is the process.
Yeah.
So the workshop, right? I picture a man. It's probably a man, isn't it? Like,
it's probably one of the men who watch those TikToks.
Yeah.
To be honest,
working away, and I'm imagining it's like a basement workshop, and there's like one light bulb, and like looking over a gloomy desk, and he's just wrist deep.
Yeah.
And he's got tools, and he's got this weird wire skeleton that he's plunging into the skin
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
of an
there's
animal.
because there's no like skin left in that. It's all just.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't
right?
really know.
They've got to.
Because I'm saying
presume
something.
they gut it.
I'm woefully underqualified to comment on this, but I'm doing it anyway.
My presumption was they gutted it.
Yeah, completely.
But the skin
Yeah.
is the actual skin, right?
Yeah, that's like the only
thing.
How do they get the stuff down there?
They probably just peel it.
I think they peel it as best they can, and then they put a wire skeleton,
Yeah.
which is probably why they look so janky. Because there's probably one cat skeleton that you can buy. It's the same.
Yeah.
And no cat has the same skeleton as another cat.
You were saying earlier about fox looks like a duck. I was like, all we had was a duck skeleton.
We had to make it work.
Surely, so
We're on a deadline.
I would appreciate that more if a taxidermist could make a fox look like a duck. I would probably enjoy that more than an actual normal stuffed fox.
Pulling it back to TikTok for a second.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy on TikTok who sells.
Taxidermist on TikTok.
Yeah, he is, and he sells action figures, right? And he gets like G.I. Joes, like action men, and he takes the heads off, and then he taxidermies rat heads, and then he glues rat heads to the tops of. And he calls them like rat people, and he sells them on his website.
Oh god!
And he's mental, like in the best possible way.
How did this start? How did taxidermy start, and how is it still going?
I know who's teaching another person.
If you met someone and went, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I'm a taxidermist. Where do you go?
The thing is, like, if I go to like a stately home of a weekend, I'm like, oh, National Trust, gonna have a little tour. I'm gonna see how the Lord of the Manor used to live.
Yeah.
And if I see like a pheasant like on his workshop, I go, oh yes, taxidermy, lovely. What a beautiful creature. Lovely plumage. You know.
Yeah.
I don't
Then it turns its head.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I don't think about the
process.
ordeal that's gone into it. But I'm like, it looks very.
Pheasants are probably one of the few animals that look like they're supposed to.
A bird might be quite an easy
something with a beak, something that hasn't got a mouth.
Because
That's
presumably
easier.
they're just like a cannonball and a like a I don't know, like a cone.
Meccano crane.
Yeah.
You just the amount of Meccano cranes that have been bought by taxidermists.
And I'm like, but I'm like, it just looks like an amazing
Lego Technic.
It's got a steering wheel and its ass. You can just turn that and its eyes move. I installed a worm gear in the neck to ensure maximum movement.
There must be that as well, though.
Someone's installing an animatronic.
There surely must be animatronic.
Oh yeah.
Dead
you build a
animals
couple
out
of
there.
servos into it. Yeah.
I know there was a bit of a
surely.
trend in the Victorian era because they fucking loved it, where they'd make like little dioramas of like dead cats but wearing clothes.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's like, it's like.
But there are museums now with this kind of shit. Where they're
You could
like they're in
stretch
human
you
situations.
could stretch the skin of a duck over a drone.
I just find it freaky.
you can fly the drone.
I just find it freaky that thing was alive, and how did it get to this situation?
I know.
After its life.
I know. Like, if you've gone hunting, say, and you're like, oh, I've killed this deer, and now I want its head on a wall.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Even they look weird.
Yeah, I know.
They do.
But I'm also like, okay, well, you've already done a brutal act by killing the deer. You obviously don't respect it a lot.
Why do you have to go this far? To...
But I'm like, if you're going to taxidermy anything, I'm like, okay, a thing that you brutally murdered, why not?
Trophy.
It's the ultimate insult.
yeah,
but like,
you're already a monster. So.
Your beloved, I don't know, your beloved poodle.
Yeah.
You know.
But people do that.
But what do you do with it? I don't want it.
I guess you put it on the side.
But now it's an ornament.
And it'll gather dust. Yeah, it's an ornament now. Yeah.
It's not going to bring you love or comfort.
It's the greatest level of disrespect you could possibly show your dog.
Can you ask a taxidermist to put it like in any pose? Right, I guess you probably can.
Where are we going with this?
I was oh no. I was going to say you could put it in a curled up on your lap pose.
Oh no.
and then you can have it on your lap when you're watching telly and just stroke it.
Yeah, and then you might be like, and also,
But it'll
I put a little heating coil.
Yeah,
in
that's
it,
what. Yeah,
And a cup holder.
and a USB cable. So just plug that in.
you'll never guess where the insertion point is.
Its eyes light up though when you plug it in.
Yeah, you're like, oh god, I wish I had a bit of light to read the Daily Telegraph. Oh, hang on a minute, ching, and now it's all like 2 60-watt bulbs behind the eyes.
Yeah. Why was I programmed to feel pain?
And the other element of it is because there are two elements. To
Oh,
this.
here we
It's
go.
like
two-pronged.
when you walk past something on the street and it's an animal and it's dead, and it's like, how the fuck did you get there? So I was walking near Nick's house. This was about a year ago.
Oh no. The crime.
No. And we walked past. There's this little wall. It's
And I
just
found a whole ibex.
yeah. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
And it's just there was this
My beloved
squirrel,
ibex.
this dead squirrel. That was sitting like a moody teenager on the wall.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like,
Near my house.
yeah, like right by your house.
That explains
I was like,
the hauntings.
how in the fuck did that happen?
Wait, so a squirrel died sitting down?
No, but someone must have put it there.
My worrying thought, is that a person
But it was sat
picked
like
up a
this,
squirrel
like hunched,
corpse,
like hunched shoulders, like a teenager would sit on a sofa.
Sat on a
kind of
wall.
thing. It was weird. I was like, something has happened for that to be there.
Yeah.
right
What's
now.
the story here?
Exactly.
You see, incredibly, I don't think I've ever seen a dead squirrel.
No. Oh, it's definitely dead.
They're very vibrant around here. They're very alive.
They are
Yeah,
very
most-
alive.
mostly
Too
alive,
alive,
yeah.
arguably.
But I like looked round because it was at eye level and it was just there. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that would be disconcerting.
It really was. It really
a
was.
seated squirrel
Yeah.
staring at you.
I've said this before, but when we lived together, you and I,
yes.
Chris Ray, in the House of Trouser,
That's trouser.
I exited the house one morning to go to
Oh.
work, and I found a dead badger
Yeah.
in the middle,
I remember
in
that,
the middle
and
of the road.
They're big.
Yeah,
Badgers are big.
this
That-
one was
that-
massive. Yeah,
That freaked me out still. I know how that got there. But that's an unnatural.
you beat it to death.
Because I was there that night.
Jewel.
But that is an unnatural state for a badger to be in, out in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
on the street.
You never see a
dead.
badger.
Speaking of
That freaks me out. That shit.
you're suddenly bringing back a memory. It's not quite taxidermy, but Paddington Bear.
Sure.
It's taxidermy.
Yeah.
Stop motion.
Depends. Yeah.
My-
Depends on the kind
Stop
of bear.
motion bear corpse.
My-
They were going to call that.
My grandma.
Oh yeah.
When I used to go visit her years ago, when she
Uh-oh.
was still alive, she had up in one of the upper bedrooms, she had a life-size
Uh-oh.
Paddington Bear
Right.
and Aunt Jemima or whatever his aunt was
Oh,
called.
Lucy.
So was it Aunt Lucy?
Aunt Lucy. Yeah.
Oh, good knowledge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't.
I've seen Paddington too.
So they were like three.
What a
How,
weird flex.
how tall? How tall would you say?
I've
I've seen Paddington too.
How tall would you say the fictional bear Paddington is? Like 3 foot?
3 foot. Roughly.
Yeah, he's
3
like
foot,
a
yeah.
6-year-old
More
boy.
or less.
So they had.
6.5-year-old boy.
So she had these kind of 3 foot tall Paddington Bear and Aunt Lucy
But they were
figurines.
realistic looking.
Furry.
Oh no.
But were they
Wait.
teddies or were they fit
They
like
didn't.
models?
They didn't move. You couldn't bend their arms.
Okay.
But they were clearly made of they had a rigid skeleton, but had fabric skin and were
Sure.
furry and everything. But again, 3 foot tall, wearing clothes.
Big.
And
Yeah,
they
it's
just stood
weird.
upstairs. And I remember
But
when
they don't move. They're like that's freaky.
But when I
They're just
found
there.
But I'm having this powerful memory now of finding that dead badger.
Yeah.
And it was blocking the road. It was the size of a speed bump. So
I remember seeing it. It was very.
I thought you were
I-
going to say speedboat then.
Sides of a
Wow.
speed
the size of a
boat.
skidoo. And I went back and got some gloves and a bin bag, and I picked it up and I put it in a bag.
Well done.
And I'm starting to get this powerful sense memory of going it was about the same size and dimensions as
Paddington.
Aunt Lucy.
That Paddington.
Oh.
yeah,
It's just freaky.
yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Freaks
I
me
don't
out.
like
Don't
it.
like it. Taxidermy freaks me out. Finding animals in unnatural situations freaks me out.
Taxidermy definitely freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grim.
The whole thing.
It's grim.
Forget it.
yeah.
I hope that dies out. I hope that art. the
And-
art,
and gets
you can
stuffed.
Call it that. Yeah. And the last taxidermist is stuffed.
Yeah.
The best punishment for a taxidermist.
What? Yeah, you should ask a taxidermist if they
Yes.
would like to be stuffed.
I know
We
there's
should
a lot.
ask one that.
I know at least one human being in the last 300 years has been
Stuffed.
taxidermied.
Yeah.
Really?
He's in a museum somewhere.
He must have volunteered for that, though.
I think he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he wanted
Hopefully.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird, isn't it? Just strange.
It's weird.
So, yeah.
We
Don't-
do weird shit.
Don't do that.
Okay.
I got to love.
Oh.
I love anytime ice cream.
Oh.
Anytime ice cream.
Anytime ice cream.
What? Is that a brand or are you talking like time of day?
No, I just mean the unique pleasure of being on holiday,
Oh, it's true.
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
nice.
where up is down, left is right.
Yeah.
Dogs are marrying cats. You can just go,
Do what you want.
I just want ice cream.
Yeah.
One ice cream.
I'm going to eat an ice cream.
Lovely.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want an ice cream.
And I want an ice cream.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's 11
Yeah.
o'clock.
You're a
at night.
grown man. You pay your
I
taxes.
pay my taxes,
Oh,
yeah.
do you pay your taxes?
Well, I mean, I did up until like yesterday when I became unemployed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Criminal.
But
yeah.
you'd be like, okay, I'm just going to eat an ice cream because I can. This is a bit of an extension to a very old love of mine,
Oh, yeah.
which was hotel time,
Yes.
where there is, to me, nothing greater than staying anywhere, doesn't really matter where, and maybe it's not even a hotel, maybe it's a motel, maybe it's a guest house, maybe you're staying at a friend's house. But it's that moment where you wake up and you're like, I can't do any work because
I'm on holiday.
I have
on
very,
holiday.
very sound extenuating circumstances.
yes,
Yeah.
and I have very limited resources with me. So instead, I'm going to enjoy hotel time.
Nice.
And I'm just going to take advantage of the pleasures that are available to me in this room. So maybe I will make a complimentary coffee or eat the free biscuit. that
Oh, you
comes with
should.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta
I'm going to
do that.
watch terrestrial TV. All
Watch
this
a bit of
kind of
Frasier
crap.
on Channel 4.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
at,
lovely stuff.
Put a battery in your mouth.
8:56 a.m.
Specifically, yeah.
and you know, having just had a 4-day holiday down in Cornwall, I was kind of
Lovely.
disappointed that I didn't get a scone, but I did eat some fruitcake and I did have ice cream on
Lovely.
multiple occasions.
Did you have ice cream for breakfast?
No, but
I don't think I've ever done that.
I had ice cream for breakfast 2 weeks ago.
really,
We went to Pittville Park.
Oh,
We did an early walk with a dog, and I said, let's go to Pittville Park and get a drink/snack. So we got ice cream because it was hot.
Yeah.
Got ice cream for
That's
breakfast.
the highest of
That was awesome.
luxury.
that
was
is
great.
kind of amazing.
I think
yeah.
what's great about ice cream is that it isn't a meal. It can't. It won't and can't. So I know you
No,
have
it doesn't.
one
It
for
doesn't
breakfast,
count.
but it's
towards
not big
anything.
enough. Really.
No, it's
So
impossible.
you can
no.
have it at any point.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It doesn't ruin. You can have it 5 minutes before dinner,
Yeah.
and it's still fine.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to ruin dinner.
No,
Any kids who listen to this podcast, frankly, there shouldn't be.
No, they shouldn't.
no.
This is
because
awful.
We do say some rude
This
words.
is terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible
Like
content.
ass.
But if your parents ever told you, like, you can't have dessert, like, if you don't eat your dinner first, bullshit.
No,
Well,
that's
What I'll say to you is you're subject to mum's rule for now.
Yeah.
But when you're an adult,
Do you
all
want?
bets are off. Like that, you see.
On that note,
Yeah.
He's having a beer right now. And it's like, it's 3:30 in the morning at the
Yeah.
moment as we're
Yeah.
recording this.
Yeah.
He,
And
he's
it's
got
the only-
work tomorrow.
It's the only time we can do it.
yeah. I mean, like seriously, like he's got life-saving liver surgery in like 2 hours. So
Yeah.
you know, chug-a-lug.
proof
Drinking my stress away.
proof of life over there.
Yeah, I mean, I just it's when it's that moment. I mean, you joked about it. It's a moment where you go like, I'm an adult.
Do what I want.
You know, I pay my taxes.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I'm-
still have to say those words to myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I can't have that because that'll ruin my lunch or whatever, or ruin my dinner. And
Never
I'm like,
does.
No, hang on.
no.
I'm an adult.
I'm an
actually.
adult.
I can do. I'm allowed. No
Yes.
one's stopping me doing
Yeah.
this.
Do what you
No,
want.
you can do whatever you want.
Do what I bloody want.
Yeah.
And it very rarely ruins my dinner.
Sometimes it might. a bit.
Sometimes it could.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
like
regret
I'm
those
sick
times.
afterwards. But
And also, if you're on like a holiday, there's a very good chance you've done a bit of walking.
yes.
Yeah, you've
You
burnt
know.
it off already.
That's free.
Well, most of
you
my
know.
holidays, certainly with Liz, have been like city breaks where we do a lot of walking.
lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
And then, like
yeah.
in America, for example, my God, I've never been so consistently beaten by food as I was in America. Different level.
Oh, definitely.
It's like, oh, I'll have a side of
Their portions
mashed
are
potatoes
insane.
or something. And
Yeah.
it's like the size of this table,
Yeah.
which is like 3 foot by 3 foot. It's for God's sake. So that, but I couldn't finish meals in America. And normally I pride myself on finishing a meal, but I couldn't do it. Even on holiday time.
Even on holiday
Even
time.
on
yeah,
holiday
no.
time.
Well, we when we cycled back from Hagstow,
Oh yes.
it was again a 5 mile ride back.
Lovely.
And about kind of 2 miles in, Lucy was like, "Oh, my legs are really hurting." I was like, "Are they, dear?" Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I know there's a cafe exactly halfway home.
How about that?
I was like, "Oh, well, maybe we could stop and have a little rest."
Yes.
This is another thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like when you're,
Bribing people with rests.
when you're on holiday, no matter what the time is, it's like, should we just stop and have a coffee and a cake or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Awesome.
And it's
Yeah.
like you can just do that,
It's awesome.
and no one tells you off for it.
That
No
is
one.
This is a good one.
This
I
is
like
a good
this.
love.
Mm.
Yeah,
this
I
one.
like it.
So yeah, I just love the luxury. And again, now I'm home, I don't feel I can
No.
just.
You
I,
You have
it's
sort of
like-
you have a bit of a hangover where you can do it for like about a day.
Yeah.
and then you've got to get back into a routine.
Yeah, it's like we have some ice cream in the fridge,
Lovely.
but like if I just was like, I'm going to eat some ice cream
Yeah.
now, it wouldn't feel right.
No.
So I love that.
It wouldn't give you the same feeling either.
No,
You'd just
would.
be eating ice cream.
I'd feel kind of guilty. Yeah, but why is that weird? I can go and buy ice cream.
Yeah,
And
at any time.
I can have it in my fridge and I can eat it whenever I wanted, and I somehow feel wrong, unsatisfied. Yet, if a charming local in a sweaty booth on the side of a cycle path will make me a single scoop of salted caramel in a cone,
Be
I'm
like,
like,
yes.
oh, and I can pay a 300% markup on it. It's incredible.
This feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about that. Like I think it's less that I'd feel guilty. I think it's less that it would feel pointless. It was just like, what's the point in me having this ice cream? It's just ice cream.
Yeah.
But when I have it, when it's part of a day out or part of a holiday, it's an event.
There's an element of spectacle to it.
Yes. Watch me eat this. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my love.
That's good.
I really can't bring more to the table other than
No,
it's
I mean,
just that good.
It's just that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a love.
Why?
Oh.
It's not as immediately accessible as yours.
This from a man who talks about TikTok. I
Yeah,
can't believe
I know,
this.
right?
Yeah.
I love that
I heard
platform.
about a man who inserted magnets into the tips of his fingers. So he's got a little
Well, like under his skin.
yeah,
I don't like this.
surgically added.
Well, then it healed over.
Yeah. So you can't tell, right? Visually, you can't tell there's magnets on the tip of every one of his fingers.
I don't like this.
But
Don't like
now-
it. No.
He can feel
No.
magnetic fields.
No.
Well,
And then, okay, so you're right to go mad.
No.
But what
yeah.
he's
He can,
feeling,
he can pick up a can easier.
yeah, clank. Well, actually, no, because they're not magnetic.
Oh.
are they?
Pointless then. That's
Useless.
that's the only thing I would want to do with a magnet. Otherwise, it gets stuck to radiators.
He
He
can
gets
sort-
stuck
he
to
can-
radiators a lot.
He can sort nails.
He can sort nails. Well, he
Yeah.
can't sort them. They all just stick to him.
He can find a needle in a haystack.
That's true.
Couldn't
He
he?
can, but it still takes a while.
Still, yeah. Still, you have to be in the correct zone.
So my love is less that I want to insert magnets into my fingers. It's more that
Weird.
the brain ostensibly he's kind of added a new sense. It's still touch.
Yeah.
It's extended touch,
Okay.
right? But he can now feel something he couldn't feel before. He can feel something in his fingers that is interacting with the world around him that previously the human body had no way of feeling the presence of.
I have a
And
question.
that's interesting to me.
Why did he need to insert them to do that rather than just tape them?
Good
Or,
point, good point.
wear a glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flex, I guess.
Flex.
Like,
yeah. It's all about flex.
Did he
isn't it?
do the surgery at home, or did he find?
I think he found someone to do it.
Jesus.
Because I've heard about this with other people as well. Like, I've heard about a guy who inserted a USB stick or something into himself.
Why?
And another guy who inserted a chip that allows him to unlock his house inside his finger. So it's like he's got a little chip under his skin, kind of like cats have, or dogs and cats have.
Yeah.
And then he's got a little lock on his door that reacts to the chip. And so he doesn't have a key for his door anymore. He just
I
touches
would
his
say
door
that
and it
leaves
opens.
you more susceptible than the average man to having your finger chopped off.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I would
yes,
say.
100%.
Yeah,
Yep,
because
yep, yep.
it's like if somebody needs
If
to...
somebody knew that guy and where
Yeah.
he lived, they'd go, I'm going to chop his finger off.
Unless,
Because he's probably got some good stuff in there.
well, unless he spent all his money on the finger surgery.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's probably got a lot of money if he can afford to do that.
Maybe.
So
in America.
You're saying this is
Yeah.
like when people are riding the tube in London and they have an Oyster card.
Yes.
And there's people who have broken the Oyster card, got the little chip out.
Nice.
And I heard about one person who put it in the end of a Harry Potter wand.
So they can go boop with their wand. Oh,
Oh, Wingardium Leviosa!
and then they're in.
And
Yeah.
then they get
Get
beat,
a
they get
fucking
beaten
life.
to death.
And
by
rightly
it.
so.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like that. So
Yeah.
people apparently in America, I think, you can just go to a doctor and go, "Hey, I want to insert X into Y," and fill in those blanks however you want.
Yeah, okay.
I want to insert a magnet.
I mean, literally, you could just say that. And that'll
Yeah.
probably...
I want to insert a magnet into my ass
Yeah,
so that I can feel magnetic fields
Through my ass.
through my
Through my
through
ass.
my
yeah.
ass.
I want to be able to draw a
To what
beard
end?
on the man with the iron filings.
my ass.
But using
Yes.
my ass. Yeah.
So I want to insert. I want to insert loads of magnets under my chin skin. My chin skin.
My chin skin.
And then whenever I want a beard, I just dip my face into iron filings, and out I go for a night out.
Yeah.
And I have like 16 small clumps of
Although I've
metal.
just realised, how'd you get them off?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
Yeah, if this guy ever dips his fingers into iron filings, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done for.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
what-
got hairy
yeah,
little
what would you do?
fingertips.
That's horrible.
That's
yeah,
horrible.
I mean, you're just fucked. Yeah. I mean, surely, like, that sounds great in practice, but I'm looking at my finger, and I'm
Okay,
like
have a
I'm looking at the tip of my finger, and I'm like, okay, there's a nail, there's some bone, and there's a bit of skin, and it's like there's not a massive amount of space to work with. So if I cut it open and shoved like a proper horseshoe
All the tips
magnet,
of your fingers have these weird skinned horseshoes on the end of them.
Hello, it's me. I love that we've assumed it's the horseshoe magnet.
Yeah, I can't stress enough how small these magnets were, but no, horseshoe magnets. Yeah,
I, to be honest, see far more negatives than positives.
Yeah.
With that, far more.
No,
horrible.
I want to be clear. I don't want to put magnets in the ends of my fingers.
I'm encouraging you not to do it.
Okay, thanks. Yeah,
Please,
I need
Nick.
that. I just find it interesting that they've added a sense. And this guy,
They haven't.
this guy.
No, he's just mutilated himself.
Yeah. But he can now feel.
No,
He can now feel.
No, he can't.
Think about it. If I bought a compass, and I paid,
fuck your
I
compass.
paid a doctor to embed it into my forearm, everyone would be like, "Oh, John can now sense magnetic north." It's like, no, he can't.
No, but
John will never get lost again.
No, listen to me, you shit. Because you can't feel anything from a compass. He can feel something. It pulls.
But I have
slightly on his
eyes.
fingers.
I can look at it.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Everyone can get a compass. It's just more conveniently placed in your arm.
Oh, John will never get lost again because of his compass arm. John, where are we?
Compass arm.
I don't know, guys.
I'm a little light. John's already got magnets in his fingers, so the compass
always-
doesn't even work.
Hang on, it's this way? No, it's this
No.
way. Wherever my hand is north.
I've been walking around for 12 years. I only went to get milk.
It's like, you go like, oh no, I'm telling you, these magnet implants it's gonna turn it all around. You know, smash cut to 5 years later, Christmas morning, it's like, oh, what have you got? Oh, it's one of those incredible like draw a beard on my face. Let's get. Oh, Dory, Chrissy, let's get Uncle Connect's beard over here. He'll sort you out.
Let's go get Mecha Simon. He's got so much metal in him now.
He's got a beard made of like ball bearings.
That would actually be quite an interesting look. A beard and ball bearings.
I like the opportunity for puns, though.
Yeah.
Like if he was at a pub or something, you go, "Oh, you might find I've got a magnetic personality," and he just holds his hand out, and just something
Nothing happens.
like a desk flies across the
How
pub.
strong do you think these magnets
A
are?
metal desk.
But it's when you go like, oh, everyone laughed when I said I was getting magnets implanted in my fingers, my ass, and my cheeks. But look at me now. And you've just got this epic beard of ball bearings. You go, come forward and you stroke your beard. Oh, fuck. And now they're like all stuck to your hand as well. Oh, shit.
Nightmare.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no getting them off.
I can't
There's no
see
getting him off.
any positives to that.
Hey, let me just. Guys, it is a little awkward. Tell you what, let me just call for a ride. Oh, swipe your phone. Oh, I've wiped the wipe the SIM card. Oh, again.
Geek though. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
My saliva.
A guy did that.
yeah,
Oh,
that's fun.
isn't it?
I had a thermometer embedded in my arse, and now I can
Now I can
sense. I can feel temperature.
I've got to love.
Great, yeah.
Well, you've heard about it in the movies, and now it's here.
Magnet fingers, no.
No, and it's here to stay. Virtual reality.
Oh, someone experienced some VR.
It's here, and I've experienced it, and it's the future.
Okay.
Okay,
in a
you've
way.
lived it. Yeah.
I've lived it. So I'm getting my kitchen done, and I got a virtual reality kitchen made
With like a headset and everything?
with a headset.
Fuck. I
And
didn't
where,
know they did that.
where did you get this done? At Meta HQ.
Kitchen shop.
Zuckerberg
sure.
design your kitchen.
I
for
went
you.
to a kitchen shop named after a bird.
Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
tit.
Tit kitchens.
Tit kitchen.
Tit kitchens. Yeah, I went to Tit Kitchens over the weekend.
Tit kitchen.
Yeah, that's where I went. And the chap in there, Kit,
Hey,
designed
I'm
my
Kit from Tit Kitchen.
Kit from Tit Kitchens
He's
designed
a bit of a shit.
my kitchen for me.
All right, yeah.
Well, me and Liz, and then he said, "Well, come into the virtual
Was he
reality."
actually called Kit?
No.
Was it a hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And then he said, "Come into the virtual reality chamber with me,
Chamber.
Mr. and Mrs. Ray."
And I said, I don't know what you're talking about, Kit. I can't see anything.
Yeah. And then I walked into the wall.
Bonk.
And he put the virtual reality headset on me, And I'm walking around this new kitchen. Oh my god.
So you're walking around your kitchen.
My
you designed.
kitchen. Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm opening cupboards.
It's
He gave me some
incredible.
he gave me some things.
Some things
Little
in your hand?
joysticks.
Oh,
that
that's
I
just
could-
like you in real life
I
as well.
click,
Yeah.
so I could click somewhere and then it would like teleport me to another area of the house.
Ah, yes.
That's fun. And then I could click another button and it would open a cupboard.
Wow. What
And
was in
even
the
then I
cupboards?
knew nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's seamless because that's how I open cupboards at home.
But yeah, it was awesome. And I still managed to hit myself in the face somehow. Even though it was a fairly sedate virtual reality.
With a controller in your
Yeah.
hand. You hit
I
yourself.
sort of, because you could see your hand in virtual reality, but you couldn't see anything else. So it was
No,
two
true.
hands. So I sort of started moving the hand towards me.
As you
Ah.
were.
Hit myself in
Bonk.
the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is an abundance of footage online
Mm.
of people trying virtual reality
Yeah.
for the first time.
And somehow not realizing.
But
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
appreciate where they are at mentally now.
True,
Having walked around a fake kitchen.
true, but it's always like, all right, Grandad, this is a virtual roller coaster. Do you understand?
You're
that-
still in your living room, Grant.
Yes, I understand. I know you were there at the storm on Normandy.
Yeah.
But do you understand how?
Yes. Shut up, boy.
And then they put the headset on, and then instantly they run headfirst at the TV screen,
Yeah,
like
and dive.
Yeah.
every time.
Oh, yeah, I've seen all of that.
And I don't want to mock people because clearly it's very disorientating. But
Funny though.
my first reaction would be, do not move at
Yeah.
all.
It's not even the game. It's not even something's chasing them. There's just an intrinsic urge to dive head first when
Yeah.
you put a headset on, and I don't know why that is.
It's very disorientating when because Liz was standing behind me and I knew she was there,
Yeah.
but I turned around and then I can't see her.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
What's weird, I've done a bit of VR, and when someone's beside you and talking to you, behind you, and then in the game, you take, say, 20 steps forward
Sure.
in virtual space, but you're stood in the same place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then the person talks behind you again. You're like, fuck, they're still
Yeah.
there. Oh my God.
Because that's the weird thing. They have yet to master any way of moving.
Well, he was very clear to me that please do not walk
Yeah.
because you'll break things. I
They've
was like, fair
developed
enough.
a weird omnidirectional treadmill, but I'm not 100% sure how good that is. It's like running in a bowl, and as you and your waist is strapped into a sort of frame, and then you can turn your body and you could run in different directions in this
Yeah.
bowl, and it reads your movements. But I'd be intrigued to see how good that actually
I think
is.
Yeah.
I've seen that, and I think the problem is it sounds like 100 kind of corn husks being peeled at the same
It
time.
sounds
like,
awful.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's an amazing thing that's starting to spread across the world, which is a VR experience where they basically have a warehouse and it's completely empty.
So you couldn't possibly hurt yourself.
Well, I'm sure I'd find a way.
Apart from all the other people.
And then you put a headset on and you're playing like a shooter game. And
Okay.
you're in like a labyrinth or a world that's got like cover and walls and
Okay.
stuff. But there are no actual walls in the space.
Yeah.
And it's really weird seeing footage of people playing because you don't see what they're seeing. You just
Yeah.
see a load of people running around in a warehouse,
That must be
taking
weird.
cover behind things. And there's nothing there, you
Yeah.
know. And they've just got free roam and they can obviously see each other so they don't run into each other
Okay.
in the game. And I wonder whether that would work because you're essentially moving the same amount of space in virtual world as you are in the real world.
Yeah.
So it might not create a conflict in your head as to
As much.
because I've been sick before, but I've been sick because my character was moving in VR, but I wasn't moving in reality.
Oh, didn't you do like a virtual reality escape room? Or
I
something
did,
Like that?
yes, and most of that was teleporting, like what you're talking about. You point at a spot, zoop, and you
It was
go
like
to
a
there,
little
so you never move.
green like circle. It said you will go to here. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's like a
cool,
hotspot
very good.
sort of
Yes,
thing.
Yeah.
But there was one bit in the escape room where you could climb up a wall, and that was real time. So I had to do this sort of like ladder climbing motion with my hands, and I would progress up the wall. But it wasn't teleporting; I was literally moving as I climbed, and that made me feel very odd because I was static. I was standing
Yeah,
still,
but
and
you were
yet-
moving.
But I was climbing. Yeah, and that was weird.
It is weird. But I was literally standing around a kitchen and it felt weird.
So could you like? I mean, this is a proposed reworking of your existing kitchen. This is
Well,
what
we're having building work done.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
So yes, we're putting the kitchen in a different area of the house.
So did your hallway?
No,
exist?
so he did the whole downstairs. He did it slightly inaccurately in that we didn't tell him where the toilet was and the stairs were and things like that. But the actual
Was
floor
Daisy
plan-
in it?
Daisy was not in it, sadly. Virtual reality Daisy might have been too much.
She was
Bark,
a Goomba.
Yeah.
Moving.
Hello,
I'd
Chris.
have hit the deck, I think.
Bark, bark, bark. Hello, Chris.
Hello,
Bark.
father. Bark.
Hello, father. Bark.
Bark. Please don't put me in a taxidermist.
Have you checked out the dishwasher, father?
But no, we had all that, so I clicked a button and
Roll
it,
the
like,
analog
opened.
stick forward and press A to perform a Hadouken. Father, bark,
Open
bark.
my inventory and select weapons.
But it opened and the dishwasher stuff came out and the oven I could open and all that.
Did you do a limit break on the combi heater?
Did you select Voldo from the character
Yeah,
selection?
yeah. I did all of that. Ronaldo. That would have been good. But I can imagine now how difficult it is for people who do actual virtual reality.
Oh sure,
Oh, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to sympathise with like
Well,
Nick.
some people can play like sat perfectly still, like
Yeah.
in the seat, but they're moving in real time in the VR,
Mm.
and they're fine. They're absolutely fine with it. They're no problems at all, no motion sickness, nothing. And I'm very envious of those people because I
Yeah.
think if I was one of those people, I would be deep in VR now. I would be a full convert because I went to a VR theme park in Japan. And I didn't get sick with that, but I only didn't get sick with that because they had like physical things that represented virtual things in the game.
Right.
So, for example, there was a Mario Kart game, but I was sat in a little car,
Yeah.
and I think it tricked my brain.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the car
that's
tilted
fine, yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, but if it's just me, but then the stuff that's happening in VR is different to what's happening to me, then I feel really sick.
That's fair.
Do you think it'd be better if, like, when you're manoeuvring an environment, if you were actually just seated, but you're in like a kind of Professor X kind of like
Wheelchair
floating
thing.
chair, yeah? Because then you wouldn't.
That might work.
Yeah.
Because at least you're still seated.
Mm.
That could, but then if you don't feel any movement in the real world, this is the thing. The little cart I was in
You
tilted.
you feel yourself moving though, don't you? Like a little. When
Yeah.
you move forward in the game, you're like, whoop.
Whoop. Yeah. Maybe. Might work. Don't know. Feel like if they
I'm
can-
speaking now like I'm an experienced virtual reality
Sure,
gamer,
yeah.
but-
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, was your experience of kind of like your new virtual kitchen, was it hampered in any way by the fact that there was like an endless lava field through the window when you looked?
No, well, it was a bigger garden than I actually have.
Ah.
He designed us a bigger garden.
Was there
Which is beyond his remit.
Was there an end boss that you had to defeat?
That would have been good.
in order to unlock the
Yeah.
kitchen.
It was Daisy again.
It's massive. Daisy.
It's when you realise you're being pandered to because you're like, oh, this kitchen's amazing. And then like Sonic the Hedgehog's
Yeah.
there by the fridge. Hello, Chris.
Yeah.
You should totally buy this kitchen.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, that would have sealed the deal.
Got to go
Oh,
fast to the checkout counter.
Oh, that would have sealed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. As it happens, we're going to another place with another virtual reality kitchen
Really?
this weekend.
This is.
Yeah.
There's
I
more than
kind of
one.
want to just go to one of these places
Yeah.
and just pretend I
You
need a
should.
new
I wouldn't
kitchen.
lie that I need a kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Oh, I need a kitchen. I don't need a kitchen.
Yeah.
I want-
I
you
want,
want
a
a
kitchen.
kitchen,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a
Well,
difference.
I want a kitchen.
Yeah.
Have one, but-
What if you went to see a kitchen place and they just had a series of sketches on paper,
No.
possibly made using a pen?
No.
No,
That's
just
how I
wouldn't-
bought my kitchen back in my day.
Back in
it
the
just
early
wouldn't-
days,
Just
of
wouldn't be good
kitchens.
enough, would it?
No, forget that.
It was a
I mean,
biro sketch on the back of a napkin, and I spent fuck all on that.
Yeah, I'll be totally honest with you. The virtual reality did nothing for me wanting to buy the kitchen.
Oh,
However,
sure.
You
It
already
was-
wanted the kitchen.
It was fun.
As an experience, however, it was.
He
just,
sent us some like fully rendered like photos.
Did
Because
it
like the
give you a
virtual reality
sense?
was like animated, but the render was like proper.
Did
that
it give
was
you a
better.
sense of what it will be like to be in your kitchen? Do you think it gave you
Uh,
any sort of real sense?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's
No.
kind of not really,
Okay.
but yes, in the respect that I got a better idea of what the downstairs in full would look like.
Yeah.
Once we've knocked a wall down,
So while
Okay,
when you
okay.
had
because I couldn't really see it before.
so
but
when
now
you
I
had
can.
so this kind of very I'm picturing like a very slick, maybe wearing like a shirt and a tie. This guy.
No,
talking
he
through
wasn't
this.
really. He wasn't too salesy. He was
No.
wearing like a Tit Kitchen's
Kit from
polo
Tit
shirt.
Kitchen.
Polo shirt, yeah.
Yeah, that said,
So
"Hi,
you-
my name is Kit from Tit Kitchens."
So you put the visor on and you're like, okay, I'm ready to enter your beautiful virtual world, kids
you've
from
created for
Tick
me.
Kitchens, yeah. and then you're going, oh, this is incredible. Oh, it's like I'm in the room.
Yeah.
And then he's holding like a pan of like frying bacon like under your nose.
And he's like,
I mean,
hey,
he was-
hey, Chris, can you smell that? Hey, Chris, can
He
you
was
smell
standing right next to me, which
Yeah.
is quite off-putting.
that? Could he see what you could see?
Yeah,
On a
there's a
screen.
screen in front of me.
Yeah. So he was
yeah.
summoning all of the enemies you had to fight and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
yeah.
He was the big boss.
He was the
Actually.
dungeon
So
master.
then
He
I
was the
re-
boss. You had to fight
and
Kit
then
for
I
like-
regret like absolutely walloping him now.
Yeah, because
but
that's the thing is that like Grandad earlier, like you just swung.
I just lost all sense of what
Yeah.
was
The thing
real
is,
and
that's
just
what he
swung.
wants.
Yeah,
He'd thank you for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he is a regional sales executive, but he's
Yeah.
also like a level 4 alchemist. So, like, you know,
Yeah.
He's been trained to deal with this sort
Yeah,
of
he
thing.
knows what's coming.
He knows what a sale
As soon as he
involves.
puts that headset on someone, he knows what's coming.
Yeah, he knows that you're going to cast fireball.
it's like hex Hex, and you just like swing one of your arms and knock his front teeth out.
Hex this kit.
We'll take it. Where are you?
Oh, he's got a condition.
I'm like in the road by now.
Yeah, you're exploring the boundary edge of this world.
I'm in the middle of the dual carriageway.
I turn on the news. Standoff with armed police, and it's like a man refuses to halt his rampage as you walking down the M5.
It's just me going, I'm opening the dishwasher.
It's so realistic.
Oh, look at that veneer. He's coming towards us. Stay back.
What other colours do these worktops come in? Oh no!
Stay back.
Stay back.
Oh, God. Anyway, there you go.
Anyway, well, that was delightful.
Wonderful.
What a treat.
Well, frankly, it's just really nice to be dressed and socialising and not just melting.
Yeah.
So
I am actually very warm though.
It is quite warm in here.
I'm doing all right.
Are you?
actually.
I'm doing okay, but it is always warm in
I guess
here.
I'm marginally closer to the window
That might
than
be
you
it.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stop stalling, Nicholas.
Oh.
The big question is,
Okay.
what do we think won?
Oh, my
Love or
goodness.
hate?
Well,
I'm feeling.
The
John's love was very wholesome.
I'll be totally honest at this point. The
Yeah.
magnet hands put me off.
Put you off love.
Yeah.
Have I killed love for you?
But your
today?
virtual reality was very good.
You
Yeah.
pulled us back.
That was quite
Yeah.
entertaining.
It
yeah.
was entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for love actually.
Oh.
I don't think of this as me disagreeing with you. Think of it as me applauding your love. I
No, I
think,
don't accept that.
I think love.
Oh.
What do you think?
Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, well,
I wanna know
I'd have said hate.
I think we should
course.
act out this kind of pointless charade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey. Oh, okay,
Hey, yeah,
Miles.
I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
In character, that's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
that's good, isn't it?
Well, I think we should start this like now. Fine. Okay.
That was the trap.
That was the trap.
Yeah.
I got it.
Got the